How has a Swedish truck manufacturer managed to dominate Europe's roads in a fiercely competitive market? Scania's trucks with their iconic griffin emblem are recognized everywhere for their strength, reliability, and performance. From highways to city streets, Scania has built a presence that few can match in the heavy truck industry. This commanding position is not accidental. It reflects careful planning, strategic investments, and a clear understanding of a customer's needs. Scania has continually adapted its approach to stay ahead of competitors and remain the trusted voice for fleet operators across the continent. Now let's dive in and examine the numbers, strategies, and innovations behind Scania's growing market share. By looking at its performance in Europe and beyond, we can see how this Swedish truck manufacturer has built a reputation that continues to dominate the industry. But before we go on, kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling trucking videos. To begin with, Scania's rise in the European heavy-duty truck market has been both steady and remarkable, showing the company's ability to combine innovation, performance, and strategic insight. In 2022, Scania held a 13.4% share of the European market. This placed the company as a significant player in the industry, though it still trailed behind well-established competitors such as Mercedes-Benz and MAN. Even at this stage, however, Scania's presence was notable, signaling that the company had carved out a reputation for quality, reliability, and customer trust. By the end of 2024, Scania's market share had climbed to 17.8%. This gain of over 2 percentage points occurred in a market that was far from stable. European heavy truck demand was impacted by supply chain disruptions, fluctuating economic conditions, and increased competition from both established brands and emerging manufacturers. Despite these challenges, Scania's growth reflects a combination of technological advancement, effective marketing, and a clear understanding of the evolving needs of fleet operators. The positive development trend continued into 2025. In the first quarter, Scania achieved an 18.8% market share, signaling not just incremental growth but sustained momentum. Even in the first half of 2025, when the European heavy-duty truck market began to contract, Scania maintained a stable 17.9% share. These figures demonstrate that the company's growth is resilient, able to withstand shifts in the market while still expanding its footprint. These numbers are more than just statistics. They show the effectiveness of a multi-layered strategy that includes innovation in truck design, advanced driveline technology, and comprehensive customer service solutions. Scania has focused on improving fuel efficiency, reliability, and operational performance, making its trucks a desirable choice for operators who need dependable vehicles that minimize downtime and maximize return on investment. The steady increase in market share also shows that Scania's approach is aligning with customers across Europe, and it highlights the company's ability to turn strategic initiatives into measurable results. Driving through Sweden, Norway, or Denmark, and one thing becomes immediately clear. Scania trucks dominate the roads, from the busy city streets to remote highways. The griffin emblem is everywhere, showing strength, reliability, and heritage. In its home region, Scania enjoys a level of loyalty and market dominance that is nearly unmatched. With a market share of around 40%, this dominance reflects decades of careful brand building, strategic planning, and a deep understanding of local customer needs. Several factors explain Scania's stronghold in Scandinavia. The trucks are built to perform reliably in tough conditions, from icy winter roads to mountain roads. Local manufacturing facilities and service centers ensure fast delivery, readily available spare parts, and prompt maintenance support. These operational advantages create a dependable ecosystem that fleet operators trust and value. Beyond engineering and logistics, Scania's long-standing heritage builds deep loyalty. The brand has become a symbol of Swedish industrial excellence, earning trust over generations of drivers and businesses. Even Volvo, another Swedish manufacturer, faces strong competition on home ground, highlighting the strength of Scania's position. Now, this combination of reliability, accessibility, and cultural resonance has transformed Scandinavia into both a fortress and a proving ground for the Swedish truck manufacturer. So to round it off, Scania's success in Scandinavia is a complex achievement, driven by engineering excellence, strategic foresight, and a deep understanding of local values and needs. This combination has enabled Scania to not only lead the market, but to become an integral part of the region's industrial landscape. Meanwhile, Scania's challenge in Europe is more demanding than its Nordic stronghold. The market is crowded with long-standing rivals such as Mercedes-Benz, MAN, and Volvo. all competing fiercely for the loyalty of fleet operators and logistics firms. Yet Scania has been far from passive. In the first quarter of 2024, it secured 13% of all heavy-duty vehicle sales in the EU, ranking third behind Mercedes-Benz and MAN, and by mid-2024, that share had risen to 17.8%, a remarkable climb driven by new innovations, like the Super Driveline, a system designed to boost both fuel efficiency and performance. The rise did not happen overnight. Scania's success is rooted in persistence, research, and a strong connection to the evolving needs of operators across the continent. With every new development, the company proves it is not only capable of keeping pace with the giants of the industry, but also of setting benchmarks that others are forced to follow. From fuel-saving technologies to smarter maintenance systems, Scania has built a reputation that resonates with businesses focused on both cost and reliability. While Europe remains the heart of Scania's business, the company has set its sights far beyond its home continent. Latin America has emerged as one of its most promising regions, where Scania has managed to secure around 17.3% of the market. And this is no small achievement. It represents a firm foothold in a highly competitive environment and signals that the brand has the ability to thrive outside its traditional European base. What makes Scania's approach stand out in Latin America is that the company is not only focused on selling trucks. It has invested heavily in production facilities, service networks, and infrastructure that aligns with the needs of local operators. And by doing so, Scania has positioned itself as more than just a vehicle supplier. It has become a trusted partner for businesses that rely on reliability, fuel efficiency, and strong after-sales support to keep their operations moving. Now, this strategy has begun to pay off. Scania's reputation in the region has grown steadily, and its influence is spreading across markets such as Brazil, Argentina, and Chile. Each of these countries presents unique challenges, from tough road conditions to fluctuating economic climates. Yet, Scania has shown it can adapt. By building its vehicles and services to suit regional realities, it has established a foundation for long-term success. So the big question is now whether Latin America can grow into Scania's second stronghold. If the momentum continues, the region could become a critical pillar of its global strategy, proving stability and fresh opportunities for growth. With a mix of strong market presence, customer-focused innovation, and an eye on sustainability, Scania is setting itself up to expand its influence well beyond Europe. Several key factors have driven Scania's growth. First, product innovation remains at the heart of the strategy. The introduction of the Super Driveline, including the Super 11 engine, has improved fuel efficiency, reliability, and overall vehicle performance. And these developments make Scania trucks more economical to operate, a critical consideration for fleet operators, and Scania reports that Europe grew by over 2% share in a challenging market, crediting the Super Driveline for driving this momentum, according to a recent press release. Second, the company's reputation for sustainability and environmental responsibility resonates with a market increasingly focused on reducing emissions and embracing cleaner technologies. Scania has invested heavily in electrification, including the megawatt charging system, an expanding portfolio of electric buses and trucks. These initiatives not only align with global sustainability trends, but also position Scania as a forward-thinking leader in the industry. And finally, Scania's comprehensive service and financial solutions play a crucial role in customer loyalty. Beyond selling trucks, Scania provides tailored financing, maintenance, and support services. This entire approach ensures that operators view the company as a partner, not a supplier, encouraging trust and long-term relationships. No success story comes without challenges. Scania continues to face strong competition from Mercedes-Benz and MAN, both of which still hold higher sales volumes in key European markets. Volvo is also pressing forward with electrification, rapidly expanding its lineup of electric trucks and hybrid models. And at the same time, changing regulations across the European Union, shifts in fuel prices, and unpredictable market demand create added layers of difficulty for any manufacturer aiming to grow. The real question is whether Scania's current path is truly sustainable in the long run. To keep pace, the company must not only expand its market share, but also push innovation further, stay cost-efficient, and deliver reliability that the customer can trust. Success also will depend on how effectively Scania responds to the global push for green technology, managing supply chain pressures, and adapts to customers' needs as the transport industry continues to evolve. Looking at the numbers, Scania's progress is impressive. From a 13.4% market share in 2022 to 18.8% in Q1 of 2025, the company has demonstrated consistent growth over 3 years. If current trends continue, Scania could reach 20% or more in Europe, challenging traditional leaders like Mercedes-Benz for market dominance. The company's combination of product innovation, strategic expansion, and focus on sustainability positions itself well for the future. While Scania may not yet own the entire road, its grip on Europe is tightening every year, and its influence beyond the continent continues to grow.